Yeah. So guys, we have conducted a demo yesterday, and specifically I have focused on introduction to Power BI. So what we have done is yesterday we have defined the Power BI, like these are the it can be a reporting software, it can be data visualization software, data analytics software, business intelligence software. So basically we focused on BI word, that is BI, the Power BI which is there. So this BI means for business intelligence. And basically we have seen like what was the like who will use this Power BI software, who will hire Power BI developer, data analyst. So let me again give you a quick recap on this. Let's imagine there is a company. For example, some e-commerce company is there. That company would be doing some kind of business, and while doing the business, while taking some kind of data from the customers, they will gather some kind of business data. So business data has been gathered. This gathered business data, it is going to stored in some kind of data sources. So when I'm talking about data sources, these data sources can be Excel files, this can be SQL Server, this can be Oracle. It depends on the individual business where they actually wants to store the business data. So business data is stored in the data sources. We call it as data sources, and another name for that is OLTPs. So OLTPs, yesterday also I've explained you OLTPs are like transactional data. We can call it as transactional data. So the full form for this is online transactional processing. So OLTPs are the data sources. So why we are actually gathering this business data into this data sources? Because business exactly wants to analyze the business data from them. Whatever business data, if I am a business owner, there would be an eagerness for me to know like how my business is going to do, how it is going to do. So for that, I want some kind of analysis for the business data where I can get some insights like in which part of the country my business is doing good, what commodity is doing good, whether which category, which subcategory I should focus more on sales, more on productivity, and more on profits. So for getting those kind of actionable information, any business wants to analyze the business data. And how we can analyze the business data is there is an individual software called as Power BI. On that, we will be analyzing the business data. And it is like it will not be done as automatically onto the Power BI. For developing for everything, we need a Power BI developer or data analyst or BI engineer or business intelligence engineer. We want that. So they would be operating this Power BI end of the day. So for getting from this whole journey, like a Power BI developer should know the business intelligence process. So for analysis of this, he should know the business intelligence process. So let me give you a quick recap, like what we have done onto this. This was a Power BI architecture. We have yesterday discussed onto this. OLTPs are the data sources where we would be generating the business data and we are storing it here. And I already told you that the reports, what is the end motive of all this journey is to analyze the business data, in order to get some kind of actions. So some actionable information would be there, which would be generated through reports and visuals end of the day. So it is recommended not to use the data directly from the OLTPs for creating the reports and visuals, because I already told you that this might not align with the requirements from the clients, because clients would be having some kind of requirements, and this data which is available in the transactional this OLTPs, that may not align with the requirements from the client. So it is not recommended to directly create the visuals and report on top of this data. That's why there is a journey. It's like this is a database actually. These OLTPs are the database, and we have another database called as OLAP database. So OLAP database is something like that, which is a Power Pivot. Power Pivot is a software inside, because yesterday I already told you, if you remember, I would have told you that Power BI is a collection of softwares. Basically, Power BI is a collection of softwares where Power BI desktop would be there, Power BI service would be there, Power BI mobile, Power BI report server would be there. And this desktop would be divided into three parts, like three individual parts would be there, like software would be there: Power Query, Power Pivot, Power View. So here Power Query is an ETL software. ETL stands for extract, transform, load, where we would be actually converting, like if here 15 tables are there, we are converting it and combining those 15 into 6. So we are combining it. We are doing some transformation. ETL stands for extract, transform, load, where we are extracting the tables from this, extracting the data from this OLTPs. We are transforming it. We are changing it. Like we are changing from 15 to 6. We are combining those tables and we are just getting those 6. And then we are actually loading that data into Power Pivot. So Power Pivot, I already told you that it is also a data set. It is also a database. I would also say it as database, OLAP database. So here in OLAP database, whatever required information on top of which I would be creating the reports and visuals, I would be storing it in OLAP database. So it is not recommended to directly create the reports and visuals from this OLTPs. So I would be using, and Power Pivot is a software, internal software, in which in the Power BI, where we would be getting this data. And with the help of this OLAP database, we are creating the reports and visuals with the help of Power View software. Power View is a software where we would be creating reports and visuals. And then these reports and visuals would be saved, published to the Power BI service. It is an I would say it is a cloud-based server, Power BI service, which is used for publishing and sharing the data with the client. So end of the day, we would be sharing these reports and visuals to the client. So this was a gist of yesterday, like what exactly we have covered. So today, what is my agenda? What is my agenda for today's classes? I would be purely focusing on Power BI installation, and basically I would be showing you the OLTPs, how OLTPs would be there, how to get these tables into Power BI, what are the basic functionality of Power BI. I would also explain on ETL thing, like I would be focusing on Power Query. We would be doing some kind of ETL activities, and then like we would be extracting these tables into Power BI. Anyone, like for example, for today's data source would be Excel file. I would be taking one file from Excel. I would be taking another file from SQL Server. I would be extracting that into Power Query. I would be transforming it as per the need, and then I would be loading it into Power Pivot. So till this part we would be finishing today. Just an introduction on this, the whole process, how it works. I'm going to just explain you on this. So before starting, like guys, correctly, like listen here, what I am doing now. Before, like I missed one concept yesterday. Like for getting a chance as a Power BI developer, for getting this opportunity as a Power BI developer in any IT company, what are the preliminary steps into that is the first one, you would be having a telephonic round where HR would be talking with you, and she would be initiating some kind of questions like have you any kind of experience in SQL Server, SQL Server, what kind of projects you have done, what kind of knowledge, how much you will rate yourself in Power BI on the scale of 5. She would be asking you this kind of question. So the motive behind this is, now they just want to check your SQL Server knowledge as well. So SQL knowledge is very much important in order to work as a Power BI developer. So for you, I would be definitely in the coming classes, I would be definitely demonstrating you how to install SQL Server and how to utilize it as a data source. Today, in fact, I would be taking it the taking as a data source as SQL Server. So for this, so what exactly the motive behind this is, like we are having this YouTube video which masters into SQL. If you guys can note this out and you can make utilization of this, it would be very much helpful for you, this particular course. Outside India. No need to join any other class. Like you can view this video. This is from NIC IT Academy only, and it is purely focused on SQL. And by completing this video, you would be a master into SQL. So you should make a note that for gaining some kind of SQL knowledge, you can use this video. Let me just start with the Power BI installation first. Let me tell you one thing, guys. Power BI is something like as Power BI is, it is a free software. Power BI desktop I am talking about. Power BI desktop, free software. Now I was having Power BI into my laptop, so for demonstration purpose, I have just deleted it. Now I'll just focus on like how you would be installing the Power BI whenever you would be installing it. So first of all, You need to write here Power BI desktop software download. So search engine, any search engine like Google I have opened here. This is a search engine where I have written here Power BI desktop software download. Here, if you see, there is a dedicatedly one website that is Microsoft official website. It is. You just need to open it, open in new tab. Now, here you need to scroll down. Okay, here download, see Microsoft Power BI desktop. Here download option is there. You can download it from here. But before that, I would like to tell you something. I would like to focus on something like system requirements are there. So system requirement is something like that. Some operating systems are there which are which are not being used and which we can use into this. So these are the operating system one should have in order to install the Power BI. I think everyone would be having this kind of operating system. Windows 8, 10, 11, whatsoever it is there. And there is a necessity to have a IE, that is Internet Explorer 10. And everyone would be having that IE also. If you check here, it would come directly. See, Internet Explorer is there. You can check by writing directly here IE. So Internet Explorer is there. So Internet Explorer is also one kind of requirement here. And the third requirement is, the third system requirement is Power BI desktop is available into two versions, that is 32-bit version and 64-bit version. Now you would be thinking like, how can I check this 64-bit or 32-bit is? I'll just simply give you one simple idea. You can directly go to this PC or my computer. You can directly go to properties here, and where the device specification is there, you will get this kind of idea. Like in my case, it's 64-bit. You can see this is 64-bit system type. Here, my is 4 GB. RAM is, my RAM is less and i3 is there. So this kind of configuration I am having. So this is just an initial configuration, which is a minimum requirement for this. So coming to the hardware requisite, coming to the hardware part, RAM required is 4 GB. Minimum you should have 4 GB RAM. And system requirements we have already seen. So minimum requirement for this is i3 processor, and hard disk should be 160 GB minimum, and the RAM should be 4 GB. And I think everyone nowadays would be having more than that. So it is possible for everyone to download it. So these are the system requirements which are required in order to download it. The file size would be 504.9 MB. Now, as my system is having 64-bit, so I'll directly click on download here. So see, if I click download, it is just asking me 64-bit version, and this is like 32-bit version. So I'll directly click on this 64 version. I'll directly go for download here. Okay. I'll just press download here. So it will start downloading here. See, it is downloading, guys. And it's an executable file, .exe file would be there. See, it's getting downloading, and it is around like 545 MB, the file sizes. Yeah. So, okay, we have got that downloaded. So if you go to the downloads, we can find that file. This is the newly file which I have just downloaded it. Just click on this. It's a simple procedure here. Always ask before opening this. Okay, you can, this is your wish if you need to check in or check out. Just click on run. See, this kind of dialog box would be open, 64 wala for 64 bits. Here English is there. Next. Yeah, next. So these are the terms and conditions from the Microsoft software license. So you can just accept it. You can click on next. Then it is just asking you for the destination folder. So it would be default in the C drive. Press next. Okay. If you want to create a desktop shortcut, it is just asking, you can just tick in here and you can click on install. So it will just start downloading and it will finish within a couple of seconds. So it is just downloading here, guys. It will take some time. So basically today we are just focusing onto extraction of these tables in the Power BI. And today the data sources would be Excel file, SQL Server file. We would be extracting these tables into Power BI. Then we would be opening the Power Query ETL software. I am going to show you ETL software, how it looks like, what is the basic functionality, what are the GUI options, that is graphical user interface options in that. I would be opening and showing to you. And we would be doing the ETL activities, that is extracting the information, transforming it, and loading it into Power Pivot, that is OLAP. Yeah, just a couple of seconds, guys. It is going to finish. Yeah. So it's finished. It's just asking me to launch Microsoft Power BI Desktop. No need to launch now. I'll just click on finish here. Okay. So let me check whether it has created a shortcut onto the desktop or not. So I think it might have created a shortcut here. Yeah. So this is an icon. Guys, please look here properly. This is an icon, a Power BI desktop icon. It is how it looks like. You just need to click on this. So till the time it opens, let me give you a quick recap on Power Query. Power Query is something like a component in the Power BI desktop. I would be taking it today, and it is responsible for ETL activities. And that too, these ETL activities we are going to perform with low code or no code. Like codes would not be there. We don't have to initiate any kind of codes. In fact, Microsoft would be writing the codes for us in the backend, and that would not be visible to us. We just have to click, we just have to drag and drop. So this kind of options would be there in ETL things. And Power Query is the one where we can do the ETL activities. OLAP database, it is a part of Power Pivot. And whatever loading, this loading part, like extract, transform, load, this is going to load in the OLAP database. That is, it is going to load in the Power Pivot. Okay, so this is a starting screen, like home screen for the Power BI, which I've opened. So here you can see the home option on the left hand side. Here you can directly click on the blank report. You can open the blank report like this. So it is just a introductory screen, just a starting screen, I would say. So just click on blank report. Yeah. So this is a overall like Power BI desktop, how it looks like. This is Power BI desktop. Okay. So if you see it properly, it is just telling you haven't loaded any data. Once loaded, your data will appear in data pane. So here, as we haven't loaded any kind of data yet, so that's why it's showing like this. Let me start something for you here is, see, for example, this is a Power BI desktop. Here you would not directly get the options like here you would not get directly options like Power Pivot, Power Query, Power View. That is not visible to you directly. I'll tell you how to go that, how to go there, how to extract the information from that. So basically, let's see. See, sorry, where is that? Yeah, this is Power BI desktop. Here we are. So I'll just explain you some part here. This is a report view here on the left hand side. By default, when you open this Power BI desktop, you would be in the report view. This is a report view. Okay. This is a report view. This is called as report view. This is called as table view. This is called as model view. So these three were there earlier, and this is a newly added one, DAX query view. This we would be taking it afterwards. But let me focus now on the report view, data table view, and model view. So this is a report view. By default, it would open like this. So let's just go to Power Query. Power Query is an ETL software. Yesterday only I discussed. So when I want to go to Power Query, how I would go? We are in the home. If you see it properly, we are in the home. Home, insert, modeling, view, optimize, help, options. These are the options here. Okay. So we are in the home right now. If I want to go to Power Query, I would be going to the transform data in the home tab, transform data. I will directly click here. Okay. Now, guys, if you clearly see the screen, we are having two screens now. Earlier, we were having this screen. Okay. Earlier, we were having this screen. Okay. And because of my approach, because I want to open Power Query, in the Power BI desktop. I have clicked to transform data, and this new screen is opened here in front of me. The name is Power Query Editor. The name is Power Query Editor. So two screens are there. This one is the original desktop screen, and this one is a newly opened screen, Power Query Editor. This is an ETL platform. This is what the Power Query is. Now, if I want to load some data, for example, if I want to extract the data, ETL stands for extract, transform, load. If I want to load some data, I'll directly go here. I'll directly go to new source here. Now, here you can see number of connectors are there. Connectors in the sense, what kind of data from which kind of platform I can extract the data from. So we can extract the data from Excel workbook. If the data source is Excel, I'll directly choose here Excel. If the data source is SQL, I'll choose here SQL Server. Now tell me, like if I want to extract the Oracle database, like how I am going to do that. So let's go to more. Just go to more, and you will find more options here. So here Oracle. Yes, Oracle is here. See, Oracle is here. If you want to search something, you are able to search it here directly. You can write it here in the get data, whatever data sources you want, and there are number of data sources here where we can connect to. Snowflake, Azure, everything, Salesforce. Many are there into this. See, these many connectors are there. These many connectors. So what is our required thing now is, the required thing is Excel workbook, because I already told you that we are working on some kind of project. I would be for today's, like one example is we are working on the data sources like Excel. One data source resides in Excel and another data source resides in SQL Server. So let me tell you, first Excel. Let's take Excel workbook. Okay, I'll choose Excel workbook because I have some Excel files from where I need to extract the data. So for time being, we'll just take this sample superstore. I'll give you this practice files. I'll give you, and you can get it afterwards. So this is sample superstore. If I click here, because I need to browse where this is my laptop's data. This is my laptop space where I have stored this. So sample superstore. If I click on open, it will open the sites for me here. So before that, let me give you some kind of information where exactly the data is. Where is that? Sorry. So this is a sample superstore Excel file which is there in my laptop. This is what we are just opening into Power BI. I have just opened into Power BI. Yeah. So this particular file we are just going to open. We are having some kind of sheets here. One is order sheets. This is an order sheet. Another sheet is return sheet, and the third one is people sheet. So we are having three sheets into this. We are having the data into this: customer ID, customer name, segment, country, city, state, postal code, region, product ID, category, subcategory, product names. So these are the columns into this. This is one sheet. This is another sheet. This is three sheets are there into this sample superstore. So this is what we have opened here. So this is what I have opened. It is just asking me like which sheet I need to choose. So I would be choosing orders table, people's table, returns table. Okay. I'm just clicking this, and here you can see on the right hand side, you can see like for orders, you can see how it looks like. What are the columns here? You can check whether it is useful for you or not. You can check individually also on the right hand side. See? Yeah. So these are the tables. So all the three are clicked. So I'm clicking it on OK. Yeah. So now if you can see on the left hand side, we have got the three sheets, three tables which are there. Yeah. So three sheets are there here. See, we can see the data here from here, like what is the column name? These are the column names. And these are the rows which are there into this orders table, people table, returns table. Okay. We are having these many data. Okay. Now we have taken first data source as Excel. Now the second data source is SQL Server. So I can easily find it here. See, click on this new sources here. We are in the Power Query Editor. Okay, don't forget that we are in the Power Query Editor. This is an individual. The starting screen is there. That is different. We are in the Power Query Editor. This Power Query Editor is also called as Power Query or ETL software in the Power BI. So if I want to again extract some more files, so let's take SQL Server file this time, because SQL Server maximum in more companies, maximum companies, they store the data in SQL Server. So as soon as I clicked on this SQL Server, it has opened this kind of dialog box here. It would be asking me the server name. And let me tell you guys, this server name is given to you by the company people. Clients would be providing this to you because clients only know where their data is stored. So it is their responsibility that they should give you the server details. So server details is, it something looks like server details. I'll just show you. Oh, I'm not able to open it from here. Let me, okay, where we are, SQL Server. Okay. So this is my server name. This is how it looks like. So I'll just put here server name. This is my server name. This is actually the first part is the laptop name, and this is like server name which I've kept. PS server BI, Power BI. And the second one it is asking me is database, which is optional. If you don't put also, it is okay. Now if I click on OK, it will open. It will take some time, but it will open. Yeah. So see, for this server, these many database. So there is a list of database here. Database, database one, database two, database three, and this database is having some kind of tables. See, I would say in one server there are multiple databases, and in each database there would be multiple tables. So these are the tables which are there. What I have chosen here is, see, earlier it was like this. This is a server. Okay. This is a server, SQL server, I meant to say. SQL server would be having four databases, one database, another database, third, fourth database. And these database are having multiple tables. So if I want to check, if I want to get some tables from product database, I'll just open it up like this. And this time I want to take customers data. I want to take products data. I want to take sales data, and I will just click it. Here also you will see the tables, how they looks like, what are the column names, what are the contents of that table. You can easily see from the right hand side, and you click on OK. It will take some time, guys. So we should not wait for that. Let it happen. It will take some, guys, because it will take some time because it's a SQL server. So as you have seen, this Power Query thing, this is a Power Query software or ETL software. Here are many options here at the top. We can see this is one graphical. This we will call it as GUI options. GUI options. GUI stands for graphical user interface. Graphical user interface. GUI. It's a graphical user interface. User interface. So these are all GUI options, guys. Whatever options you can see here, these are GUI options. This new source data, it is GUI option. This enter data is a GUI options. This is a GUI options. So these are all the GUI option. When I click on any of this, that will directly get opened. So we have connected to these files. So I have already told you that these three files are, you can see on the left hand side, you can see 6 tables. See this table, orders table, people table, returns table, customer data table, products data table, sales data table. So you can see these three I have taken it from SQL Server. These three I have taken it from Excel file. Okay. So this is just a data source. We have finished now. Now we have finished with the extract from the ETL. ETL stands for extract, transform, load. So extraction of the tables we have done. The tables have been extracted here. Now we will look for like how the data is, whether the data is in good condition or not, whether the columns are good, whether whatever data which is useful for us, that is good or not, that we'll check now. So there is a requirement, guys, in the customers data table. In the customers data table, there is a requirement from the client. In the customers data table, we need to extract, we need to work on the customer name column is there, and that customer column, client are expecting that should be in a single column. But here in the customers data, if I see the client name, first name, it is having in one column, Second name, middle name, it is in another column. Last name, it is in another column. So we are having for customer name, in order to get this whole customer name, that is first name John V. Yang. His full name is John V. Yang. But here we can see three columns are there. And what is our requirement is client wants to see the visuals and reports where the customer's full name would be there. Like only one column should be there as a full name. But here we are having first name, middle name, last name. So guys, what we can do here is we can do some kind of transformation here. We can do some kind of transformation here. So what kind of transformation we can do here, guys? As I already told you that if we directly load this table into the Power Pivot or into the OLAP model, the requirement would not be fulfilled. The client would not be happy. The requirement would not be in line with the client. So what exactly we need to do here is we need to transform the data. We need to transform the data. ETL, extract, transform, load. We need to, extraction is already been done. We need to transform the data. So just select this first name now first. Okay. First name. Press, hold control button. Select middle name and last name. So I have hold control button. I have selected first name, middle name, last name. Okay. Then I'll go to add column. If you can see here at the top, add column. Okay. Add column is there. Here you would find merge columns. Here if you would find merge columns. What it says, create a new column based on concatenation of the currently selected column. So basically what is my client requirement is they need the name to be concatenated into a single column. Right now we are having these three, the names into three different columns. So we'll just merge it. Okay. We'll just merge it. Guys, see here. Okay. When you do some kind of operation, it is now asking it for separator. What would be the separator? Like if I want to merge first name, middle name, last name, what should be the separator in between this? So separator would be, I would say it as, it would be space. Let's check it. We are having colon, we are having comma, we are having equal sign. Like if I choose this, it would be equal sign between these three. But we want some space in between that. So I have chosen like space. And let's click on OK here. Guys, you look on the right hand side, applied steps. Now you see if I click on OK, here one step would be added. Here one step would be added. One step would be added onto the right hand side. These are the applied steps. So what I mean to say here is whatsoever extract, transform, load we will do, whatsoever we'll do, the steps would be added here into this. So initially the source was here. It was a source where I took the tables from these sources. Okay. Then now whatever merging I have done here, that step is there. So if you can see, guys, I think something is wrong here. Let me correct it. Let me first delete it because we have got this numbers also, which we don't want. By mistake, I guess we have selected that columns. So let's see the customer data first. Okay. See, we have selected that. That's the problem here. That's why it has come to that. So let's just first click on this. Okay. So I'm again doing it. I have selected first name. I have selected middle name. I have selected last name. Then I went to add column, guys. Then I went to merge columns. Okay. Now the separator would be here, space. Okay. I have selected it. Now we'll see now, guys. Now the full name would be John V. Yang, and it is in a single column, which is in line with the requirements from the clients. So earlier it was like this. Earlier we were having three columns out of it. First name, middle name, last name. Now we have concatenated it. We have merged those into a single column like this. And we can also give a name here also, like from here. First, we can give it as full name, customer full name. Okay. Customer full name. We can give this as name here. Okay. So we have done it here. Now, if you can see, guys, on the right hand side, some applied steps are there. So whatever activities we do, Microsoft is writing some kind of code in the backend. If I click on this activity, if I check onto this, here it is a code which is written by the Microsoft table.add columns, from where customer data, what activity it has done the merge activity, what exactly they are doing the text combine, what exactly they are combining, first name, middle name, last name. Okay. And what is the concatenation, what is the this is a space which they have included here, and what is a type is text type. So just a this is just a code which is written by Microsoft for us in the backend. Now I have renamed the column. So this is also for rename column. If I click on rename column, I can see here, this is another code which is written by Microsoft. So let me tell you one thing. This code is nothing but, this code is written by the Microsoft, and we call this code as what language it is, guys? It is called as M language. Microsoft is writing the code in M language. M stands for mashup language. Mashup language. So no need to learn this mashup language at this point of time, because Microsoft is helping us. Microsoft is individually writing it here for us. Okay. So for each and every step, whatever steps would be added here, Microsoft is writing this kind of codes here. Okay. For this also it is writing here. They have written codes here. Okay. Now let me check. See, when we extract the data into this Power Query, we need to check whether the tables are in good form or not. First of all, see this. Okay, we are having the column headers here. These are the column headers. These are the rows. For order table, we are good. For people table, column 1, column 2, I think this looks little bit fishy here. Person, I think person should be column header. Region should be column header, because these are the person names, these are the region names, guys. So person names here, region names here. So we can win it. It needs some kind of transformation, guys. It needs some kind of transformation, guys, here. So you need to transform it. How you are going to transform it is, see what exactly we want. We want this person in this place and this region in this place. Means we want person as a column header. We want region as a column header. So what we'll do here, guys, let me get rid of this first. Okay. This as well. Okay. So where we are, so we can go to first row as headers. See here we are having an option first row as headers. We can directly click onto that. And now we can see, like we have changed it. The person which was here onto the second row, it has come to the first row. So we have changed the headers. Now we are good with that. And for this header, if you see here, mashup language has been written by M language is written by Microsoft for us. Okay. So now this is also good. This people table is also good. Okay. Returns table. Let me check return table. Okay. Here also the same case. Here, the column 1, column 2, these are the column headers currently, but we want the column headers as returned and order ID. Returned and order ID, because these are the status for returned. Yes. This is the returned status. And these are the order IDs. So order ID should be in the place of column headers. So let me again do some kind of transformation here is, let me go to this use first row as headers. So I have changed it to this. Then customers data, I think it looks fine. For products data, it looks fine. For sales data, yeah. So now all the 6 tables are fine here. So what I mean to say here, the extraction is done. We have extracted these 6 tables from the different data sources. We have done the transformation. What transformation we have done is, the first transformation which we have done is, there were like 3 columns. First name, last name, middle name, 3 columns were there. We have converted that into an individual column because there was a requirement from the client. So we have fulfilled the client requirement. Okay. This was the first transformation we have done. And some of the column headers were missing in some of the tables. So that is the second transformation we have done. So we have done with the transformation now. The data is good. We are good to go ahead. So what is the last step for the ETL is loading. What is the last step for the ETL is loading. Now, how to load the data into OLAP model? How to load the data into Power Pivot? See, you can see on the left-hand side, there is an option close and apply. Now you need to close and apply for this. It will take some time, guys, in order to load. See, guys, in this way, it is going to load the tables into OLAP model. So it will take some time, guys. So let me explain you something here in this. So what steps we have done today? What exactly we have done? We have taken two data sources. First data source was Excel files. Second data source was SQL file. Because client has given that their data store, their data is residing into this data sources, they told us. So we have taken Excel files, we have taken SQL server. So we have taken the tables from Excel files and SQL server. That was an OLTPS and that was having business data. We have extracted that, okay, in the Power Query. That too in the Power BI desktop. We have opened Power BI desktop today. We went to Power Query. From Power Query, we have extracted these tables and some of the required transformations which were required for us. That transformations we have done, and those transformations we have done, and finally we loaded the transform data into, we are just loading the transform data into Power Pivot. Power Pivot is nothing but the OLAP database. The OLAP database. Power Pivot is nothing but the OLAP database. So where the tables are going to load now is Power Pivot. Now in Power Pivot, we are good to go. We are good to go and make visuals, and we are good to go here to make visuals and reports. We can make the reports and visuals from here, and we can directly go ahead with the publishing to the Power BI service. So what rules we have followed yesterday is, we are not supposed to use directly the data sources, the tables coming from the data sources. We need to use only the tables which are available in OLAP model. And what tables would be available in OLAP model? Those tables only which would be available in OLAP model, which are required for making the reports and visual. So only the necessary tables which are required for reports and visuals as per the expectation, as per the requirements from the clients, we are just storing into OLAP, and we would be using this OLAP database, the tables which are loaded into this from the ETL software, we are using it into for making the reports and visuals. And this reports and visuals, end of the day, we would be publishing it to the Power BI service. So let's see guys here. Oh yeah. So now, as you can see, just clearly look into this guys. It is very much important now. See, let me tell you something. If I want to check the data, if I want to check the table names, where I can check in the Power BI desktop is on the right hand side, we have got this data. We have got this data column here. We can see in this column, we can also enlarge it as per the name. If the name is bigger, we can enlarge it. Here we have loaded 6 tables. So customers data table was there, products data table was there, sales data table was there. So this table have come from the SQL server, guys. Okay, and the one which have come from Excel is orders, people, and returns. So all the tables are here ready. Now, if we want to see what are the contents of this table is, we can directly go on the left hand side, table view. We can directly go on the left hand side. The second option is this, is table view. Now I need to select which table I need to look. For example, if I need to check customers data. Here also we are able to, this drop down is there. We can see the column names, what columns are available for this table, for this customer data. Address line is there. See, address line to birth date. These are the column names for this table. So likewise, all the column names would be visible here. And if we want to see the row data of that table, if you want to see the row data, like what rows are there, how many rows are there, we would be getting information here, like 1001 rows are there. Okay, this is a customer data which we have seen, which we are see we were having the first name, middle name, last name we were having, and the concatenated table, concatenated new column is customer full name, which we have done the transformation. This is in ready condition, guys. Customer full name is available here. You can see this customer full name here, whatever transformation we have done. And in the people's table also, we have done some kind of transformation. The person was there, region was there. This was not the column headers earlier. Now we can see these are the column headers here. So we are good to go here. So all the tables necessary for us are loaded here. We have loaded the tables here. Okay. So the ETL thing is done here. We have loaded the table. Now let's see, we can make some kind of visuals out of it. As I already told that we can make the visuals from this. First of all, let me give you a little bit idea on visuals, what visuals we can make. Oh, before that, you can directly extract the tables which you want from here also in get data in the desktop. It's not necessary to go to the Power Query and directly do it. Okay, it's not necessary for us to directly go to Power Query because we were having some kind of transformation. That's why we went to ETL. We went to ETL software, that is Power Query. Even here also get data, you can see the same options what you have seen in the Power Query. So you can select from this and you can directly load the tables. Now, if I want to create some kind of visuals, what exactly I'm going to do is we can create the visuals here. For example, let's take a card visual here. This is a card visual here. If I want to check the sales, like what is the sales amount? If I want to check what is the sales amount, so I'll directly drag the sales amount on this. See, so I can see here, this is a sales amount. Now, let me give you some kind of formatting to this. What we can do is in the formatting, we can just what to do? Okay, effects, we can go and we can directly go to the borders. Visual border I want in order to look good little bit. So I'll just create a visual border here. See guys, visual border is there. Even if you want to make this visual border a little bit attractive, we can do it. There are many formatting options here on this. These are the formatting options. Call out label, category label if we don't want, that is also okay. If we want it bigger, that we can make it bigger also, guys. 16 if I want to take, we can show it at bigger. Let's yeah. So sum of sales amount, we can directly change the name of that also, sales amount. Okay. Sorry guys, sales amount. Oh, sorry, sales amount. Yeah, sales amount. So here, this is coming like 3.11 million. It is telling both the things it is telling. We should just we can stop the currency into this. We'll just stop it. Call out value where, okay, it is in auto right now. We'll select to none. If we select to none, it would directly come. If you want to show in millions, it is showing in millions. We can directly change it into billions also. But billions, it would not be preferable here. So auto option is there. We can do it. Okay. So this was a sales amount. We can directly show the profit also. Like this. Like this, we can show the profit also, guys. This is a card visual like this. Another example. I'm just showing you an introduction to this, how exactly we're going to do. We are going to copy all these things. I'm going to explain this all in the coming classes, guys. So in the orders table, maybe we'll get some information. So what would be the profit? So let's drag profit here. See, simply dragging would be there here. If I drag profit, so this is a sum of profit. It is in K. This is in millions. We can convert it into millions also. K also, that thousands also. We can take it as sales. That is not a correct amount here. Yeah, this is the correct one. Millions here. This is a profit. Profit. We can show it directly here. So likewise, we are good to go here. We can show here this kind of visuals. We can also show some kind of visuals like category-wise sales. Simply drag the category. Where is that? Category. Yeah. So simply I'll drop the category here and I'll directly drop the sales also here. So we have got this pie chart here. So this kind of visuals we can make. For this, we can stop the legend, or we can directly, okay, stopping the legend would be good option. Let's go to data labels, category data value, where we would be easily seeing this. We can increase the size of that easily. User-friendly options are there. See guys, we can make it block. Okay. If you want to change the color, we can make it as dark here. So for furniture, for technology category, how much is the sales? This much is the sales, 36.4%. For category, this much is the sales. For furniture category, this much is the sales. And what is the percentage contribution of that? We can directly make it little bit smaller also, like this. It would be looking good. We can little bit do some kind of formatting on this. So we can change the name. We can make it block. We can make it in the middle so that it should look good. So like this, in this way, if we want to copy the formatting option, we can directly use this format painter and it would be copied here. See, guys, it is copied. Same to this. We can just make it little bit smaller. Like this, we can make this border here also. So like this, small options would be there. Formatting options would be there. You can do that. You can do this. So in this way, we can decorate it. We can do it properly so that it should be visible to you properly. Sales by category. Even we can make some kind of another visual here. That is line chart if we take. Let me take the line chart. In that, let me take the order date. Order date. Okay. Order date will take in x-axis. And we'll just make it order date here. No, date would not be a good option. So likewise, I mean to say here, we would be able to do all the things here. We can directly get it. We can directly put it in the x-axis like this. And we can get the sales column in the y-axis. Okay. So we get a graph here, like yearly sales. We can directly get it from here like this. So this is how visuals are made into this. And it is very much user friendly. We can use it on the y-axis. Sales is there on the x-axis. Years are there for 2024. If I browse here, we'll get the sales amount for that particular year, 2024, 2014, 2015, 2016. So this is how it is made. And if I want to copy some kind of options, I can easily format painter here. I can easily copy it. So this is how we make the visuals on with the help of OLAP model. So I think the time is up for today. So now, guys, if you have any kind of doubt, you are welcome. Specifically, Vishwa, I welcome you. I give you a chance to ask doubt first. Where are you? Okay. Yeah.
Hi, Pranil. Regarding my question is, how much data handle Power BI? For example, it's a million of records is there. Is it
Okay.
handle like it will handle
See,
only
I can tell you like within GB, I can tell you around like 10 GB, you would be able to do it.
Okay, for example, we are working on banking application. Millions of
Yeah.
records are there, correct? Like we can process from
Yeah.
source to target side, and then we need
Yeah.
to process it on. How we can handle that one? Is it like banking application also we are using for this application?
Yeah, everything. See. Let me give you a utilization of this Power BI is. See, in the banking domains, we have used it. In the banking domains, insurance domains, because insurance is having more data, more number of rows are there. I would say around like millions. I would say millions of rows we have handled in the Power BI. So no problem in that. The difference between Excel and here it is that Power BI can handle more number of rows, that too within small time. So you can do that transformation here in the Power BI.
Okay, thank
There
you.
is no such restrictions as such.
Okay, you show like some UI options, correct? Like bar chart and those things.
Yeah. You can do
If
it. See, I
that
would say
data
the
we need to.
UI options which I have shown you, there only 1,000 rows were available. That's why it was showing only 1,000 rows. If I take some big number of rows, that would be visible there also.
Oh no, I'm asking like one more question. This is
Yeah.
like that UI we can customize for that. Like for example, I want different chart like that. We should be do like it is a by default
No.
Microsoft
See,
design for those.
no. Microsoft is having some kind of charts which are visible here. I would show you here. See, you are talking about these charts, right?
Yes.
Okay, so these are something, see, 99% of work you can finish with this chart only. But if you're having some more requirement, there is some option get more visuals. If we click on there, here we are having a custom visuals. it will open some new site of Microsoft, and here there are more number of custom visuals we can make utilize of that. See, Microsoft Corporation. We can directly go here, we can directly click onto that, and we can directly utilize it. See, number of options are there. See, these are called as custom visuals. But these are used in special cases where the client is having some kind of requirement, and that can't be fulfilled with this available chats, and that is like situation uh, once in a while, I would say, because 90% of the work would be done with these charts available in the Power BI.
Okay, Pranil, thank you.
Yeah.
Pranil, as you said, client requirement. So client will give the visualization to us. So we will follow that visualization, or how we'll do?
Yeah, I'll tell you. I'll tell you. Client will simply give us the data sources. They will just tell us like these are the data sources, and they'll just tell us like what exactly they want to see. Like for example, they will tell us in this case, okay, we want to see the sales, we want to see the profits, we want to see the category wise sales. They will tell like that. So it is our wish, it is our whole and soul decision that we should which chart we should use, and which chart would be suitable as per the requirement of the clients. And that definitely I'm going to make you aware of all those charts, so you would be capable of selecting the charts on your own, so that maximum amount of data would be visible to them. Maximum amount of data would be visible through this report to the clients. So they'll just tell us, okay, we want the charts related to profit, sales by year we want. We want to see the sales amount as per the year. We want to see the profit amount as per the year. We want the category wise sales. We want the subcategory wise sales. We want location wise sales, geographical location wise sales we want. So we need to select the charts from this, and we need to make it, and we need to show to them. And we need to select in such a way that all the data would be visible to them, and within seconds, within 5 to 10 seconds, they would be getting an idea from looking at to that chart, like what exactly that chart is saying about it.
Okay. Okay, after doing transformation on particular in the flat file,
Right.
so that transformation will store in the flat file, or then the Power BI memory will hold these changes.
Yeah. Got it. So this, it would not be stored in the flat file because there are two modes here. Like we are having import mode, and we are having some another different mode is also there. So if we select the import mode, and import mode is the most preferable mode. So here we would be directly taking the flat files data into this Power BI database, that OLAP database which I told, na, this one,
Yeah.
this OLAP. So here only we are storing it. It is an in-memory database. It will be stored in the RAM of the laptop. Exactly. It would be using the RAM space. In-memory database it is, OLAP database. It is very much powerful, and we are just storing it into this Power BI only. All the transformations, everything. Data sources also, we are storing it. That's why if we see if there is some dependency onto this data sources, then the report might take the performance of the report would decrease. It would take more time to load. That's why the Microsoft, what they guys have done is they have directly made some kind of database here only, where they can directly get this extracted files. They can store it here, they can store the transformation here, and they can directly open the report and visuals in front of them, and within seconds that reports would be opened, and they'll get the valuable insights out of it.
So suppose if I want to directly do on the Power BI local memory, so I want to do the directly do want to do the transformation. Can I do it?
Yeah, you can do it. Yes, you just need to extract the files. You need to get the files into Power BI platform. Then you can do it.
Pranil, we can use like not only on-premises databases, correct? We can Azure and like AWS, and also we can
Yeah,
take,
yeah,
correct,
yeah,
going
yeah,
for.
yeah. Those connectors are available in the Power BI. Those
No, no,
connectors
I'm
we
asking
can
like going forward, we'll discuss for that also. Like
see. That is just an option. You're talking about like from the Azure, we can take the data into Power BI or not, right?
yeah, ADLS and like Azure Data Blob, those are like
Yeah.
things are there, correct? We
Yes.
can
You can
extract.
get it from here only. See, more option is there. If I click on more, I've clicked on more now. Okay, where is it? Okay. See, Azure is there. Power Platform is there. Microsoft Fabric is there. See, you can directly see this many databases are there. Whatsoever it is, you are able to take file from that. And if
Okay.
something it is not visible here, you can directly write it here in the search menu, and it will be directly showing it to you. There is no such restriction into this Power BI that you would face some kind of problems for any other app or any other server or any other database. Let me check how to open the Power Query. Okay, okay. Can you see my screen, right? Okay. So directly go from here. See, home option is there here. Just look at this file, home. Okay, sorry guys. Home, insert, modeling, view. So from here, if you go to home, if you click on this transform data, if you click on this transform data first, it would directly open a Power Query for you. See, a new screen would be opening. That too, it is called as Power Query Editor. So now two screens would be available here. This one is the original screen, which just now we have seen. See, this one is the original screen, and this second screen has been opened. This is called as Power Query. So with just a click, we are open. And if we want to close this, we can just close this like this from here. See, transform data.
Pranil, I have one more doubt.
Yeah. Please go on.
Yeah. For example, I have selected like some wrong database table. Like instead of some other table, I selected some other table. I need to delete on there.
Yeah, you can delete it. It's a simple click only. There a delete option would be there in that. You can directly delete it from there. Either you can delete it from Power Query or you can delete it from the desktop also. It's not a problem. It's just a click option is there.
Okay.
Okay. And some question was there, like what do you mean by Copilot? Copilot is something like that. It is an option where you can write something and it would do it for you. It would be a helping option for you, Copilot. It is newly launched in the Power BI, and it would be helpful for all the things. Yeah, you have AIML capability built in. Yes. In Power BI, there are some visuals which are dependent on AI, which works on AI, and it would be helpful for you. It is there in the Power BI. Then I hope questions are not there. So okay. So thank you guys.